what questions you guys have about starting an online business. I'll just give you my background while I'm playing this. I used to be a software developer. I have a bachelor's degree in communications. I have a master's degree in MBA. I have a second bachelor's degree in computer science. And in my last job, I was a software developer for a manufacturing company. I actually hated it. I hated it because every day I felt like I was going to get fired. It literally felt like every day was going to be the last day. And there was a couple of reasons why. Number one, I was not good at my job. I am smart enough to know that I was not very good at my job, and that's okay. But number two, it felt like every week a new person was getting fired, like high level people that had, VP in their title, or managers, they were getting walked out or shown the door. And so I looked around and I was like, you know what? I need to come up with something that is going where I have more control. The other reason too is I was a little frustrated about. Oh, was that a double play? I was also like frustrated with being stuck in a cubicle. I could reach my arms out and I could touch each end of the cubicle, all four corners, right? And so it just really drove me crazy that I had to physically be somewhere all the time. Hey, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And so knowing that, I started looking for ways to be successful online, additional income. Also at that time, we had our third child. We had 3 kids under 3, which is insane when you think about it. 3 kids under 3. Full-time job, both my wife and I. We were paying so much in daycare. It was just crazy, right? Anyway, and what's really interesting is when you first start looking for ways to make additional income, you go to YouTube or you go online and you type in how to make money or how to make money online, all of those different things. And unfortunately, you run across people that are telling you to do survey sites. You run across people that tell you to watch paid ads. None of that stuff works. That stuff will pay you pennies on the dollar. Instead, what you should be doing is you should be learning a skill. You should be learning how to create content. And when you do that, that'll give you the best opportunity to be successful online, learning a skill. Anyway, like most people, I was late on that one. Like most people, I went through all of that rigmarole and failed at it. I literally made pennies. I literally made pennies trying to watch paid ads, trying to complete surveys, because that stuff doesn't work. One thing that worked out really well for me was building out 5-page WordPress websites. So basically, I was late on that one. Basically, what you can do is you can find small and medium-sized businesses and offer to create 5-page WordPress websites. Now, the trick is, there's a couple problems with it, but the trick is, you don't have to be a web designer to do this. What you do is you go out and find WordPress themes that are what the business is interested in. For example, if you find a plumber that needs a website, you go out and find different plumbing WordPress themes and you install that theme on top of web hosting, and your target audience will be excited. What you've got to remember, and what's really interesting about building out these WordPress websites is you don't have to be an expert in it, as I mentioned. I don't want to do this. You don't have to be an expert, as I mentioned. What is happening here? I don't know what's happening. I lost my train of thought. You don't have to be an expert, but what you've got to realize is that these companies, these small and medium-sized businesses like mom and pops, they don't have any interest in building out a 5-page WordPress website. They have no interest in building out a website. They don't care about the website. They care about what the website can do for them. For example, a plumber will only have a website if it can help them get more clients. And so you might think that building out a WordPress website is easy or simple or whatever, but the key is that these people don't really care about it. They'll happily pay somebody, especially a person that's a small business owner and they have a lot on their plate. If they can find someone to get that one thing off their plate, they will be much appreciated. So if you're looking for freelancing, if you're looking for a different opportunity, start building out 5-page WordPress websites. One thing that you can do, and one thing that you should do, is if you're going to go this route, you're going to build out 5-page WordPress websites, you should build out an example website. Build out a template website and show people you know what you're talking about. And so that will actually help you get more clients. And there's a few ways that you can get clients. You can get clients by creating content. You can get clients by reaching out to different companies in your area. You can get clients by just cold calling. Oh, that wasn't a good at bat. And so many ways that you can find these people. What I did is I actually went to the local library. I went to the local library and I asked the librarian, I said, is there a way that I could get a list of every single business in my county? And she's like, I'll do you better. I'll show you how you can get access to 98 million US businesses for free. And so once she showed me that, it all became academic, we'll say. And so basically, I was able to see which businesses didn't have a website, which businesses had a poor website. I was able to get their phone number, their email, and access and see if they had a social media account. And so I could reach out to these people. Now, it is a lot of work up front to get your first couple clients. I also use a website called Thumbtack to find clients. But there are so many different opportunities that are out there that you can take advantage of to get started. But yeah, so awesome. Yeah. Any questions? Throw them out there. Be happy to answer them. So that was how I first got started. Now, the reason why I did not continue on building out doing this freelancing job is I was just tired of always having to chase down clients, because there are clients out there that want this work done, but they don't want to pay you. After I got stiffed a couple times, I realized that what I needed to do, what I should have been doing is getting half the payment up front. And so, excuse me. And so what I recommend that you do, if you go the freelancing route, make sure that you get half the payment up front. So that way you're not screwed out of half the payment, screwed out of your money. And so get half the payment up front. Also make sure, another thing you can do is make sure that you have login access to the back office of the WordPress website, so that if they screw around with you, you can always just disable their website. You can undo what you have done. What else here? So that was a cool way. Now I'm sure you're wondering, how much money can you make? When I first got started, I undervalued myself and my worth, and I was only charging $300 per 5-page WordPress website. Now, when I keep saying 5-page WordPress website, I would make a home, about us, I think like a sale, like a products that they offered, and then they could give me an idea of the 2 other pages that they wanted. And the cool thing about this is that they will tell you what they want on their page. You'll say, give me the pictures, give me the text, and you just make it look decent. And it usually would take me about 3 hours once you get good at it. Once you build like 3 WordPress websites, it'll take you like 3 hours to do. And so, yeah, you can start making, like I said, I started off charging people $300. Eventually, I got up to like $2,500. But like I said, the problem is you have to constantly find clients. You're always chasing clients. You can build in a way to get reoccurring revenue. So like you offer to do monthly maintenance. That's a cool way to kind of build in reoccurring revenue. You can also offer different value added services. For example, you could do something like offer to write blog posts for them. You can also offer do other services, and that will help bring in more revenue. But like I said, it just got tiring always trying to find new clients, especially if you're not like running Facebook ads. You could run Facebook ads in your local area and offer to build out WordPress websites for people. I just never did it because I wasn't comfortable with running Facebook ads. So I moved on to, oh, that's a terrible swing. I moved on to blogging, so writing blog posts. My first blog and YouTube channel was in security cameras. My security camera YouTube channel has just under 2,000 subscribers. However, I should be safe. Oh, he got me. My most viewed video, and I like to tell this story, has over 249,000 views. And the reason why I like to point that out is to let you know that follower size, subscriber size doesn't matter. The only thing matters is the content that you create and if it resonates with the target audience. Too early again. So, and the most important thing is just to get started. A lot of people worry about stuff that's not important. And in order to get any subscribers or views or money or whatever it is you just have to start creating content. You just have to get started, which is the most difficult thing for people to do, is to get started, because there's a lot of fear and uncertainty. They worry about, hey, I'm going to do all this work and not make any money and not do anything. But in reality, you're living your worst case scenario, which is not making any money, not doing anything currently. And that's usually what I explain to clients is, right now you're living your worst case scenario where you're not doing anything and you're not successful. I just swung at a ball. And so if you just create content, will get views, and you will already be more successful than you were when you first started. Again, if you've got questions about starting an online business, I would be happy to answer them. Right now, we are just co-working. I'm working on one of my YouTube channels right now. This YouTube channel is about video games. This YouTube channel is about MLB 24, the show. Like I mentioned before, I will once college football comes out, I will be switching to that, primarily playing that, which I'm kind of excited about. Anyway, what questions do you have, if any? Ooh, I need to bring this up so that I am okay. Great. Bad steal. Why is that a bad steal? All right, so first blog YouTube channel was in security cameras, and the reason why I started there was I was doing research about security cameras and realized there weren't a lot of information at that time about security cameras, like video doorbells, things of that nature. And I got interested in video doorbells because the subdivision that we just moved into had a bunch of unfinished houses. And I noticed that kids were going in and out of these houses late at night and early in the morning. And so I wanted to buy security cameras and stuff just to make sure that they weren't messing with our stuff. And so the first purchase I made was a video doorbell. The next purchase I made was, they're called Spotlight cameras. They're made by Ring. And so I created content about it. I created content about what I learned. And that's how I learned that you don't need to be an expert. You just need to teach people what you've learned. And when you do that, you can be successful online. So that was my first blog. He got me. He got me. No, I made it. Great. My second blog actually was on small home appliances. So like microwaves. And the reason why he's going to get me. No, he didn't get me. And the reason why it was on microwaves was because the buttons on my microwave stopped working. It was really, really interesting. One by one, each button stopped working on the microwave. And so I was doing research on different types of microwaves. There's all sorts of microwaves out there. And I wound up getting a bunch of traffic to my blog all about microwaves. And so when I tell people, literally any niche will work. People are, and here's a pro tip. Check swing. Here's a pro tip. Think about common things that are happening every single day, every single month, every single year. Perfect example. We're going to have a bunch of high school and college graduates that are graduating as we speak over the next month or two. People that are going to college for the first time are going to be asking a question, and they're going to be asking it thousands of times. The question is, what size microwave do I need for my dorm room? What size microwave? What's the best microwave for a college dorm room? And I made a blog post on that, and that thing got all sorts of views. And that's basically a question where you can earn commissions with affiliate marketing. So basically what happens is you make a list of the 5 or 10 best microwaves for a college dorm room. You put your affiliate links in there, and people that are going to college for the first time, parents that are excited, should not have done that. They'll look at that blog post, they'll click on your affiliate links, and when they buy the microwave that you recommend, you earn a commission. So that's how I know that literally any niche can work. Any opportunity can work for you. It doesn't have to be in health, wealth, or relationships. A lot of people will tell you the only way to make money online is to talk about these niches, but literally trillions of dollars are being spent every single day on the internet. And most of it is not in teaching other people how to make money online. It's in buying stuff that they need. Buying microwaves, buying luggage, buying security cameras. Home security is a multi-billion-dollar. Oh my goodness. Buying home security cameras are a multi-billion-dollar industry. And once you understand that, you can be successful in security cameras. I am struggling. Struggling. All right. So, any questions? Is this making sense? Is what I'm saying making sense? Or does this all sound pretty crazy? It probably sounds crazy until you look around and realize that's what people are doing. They're creating content based on stuff that they're interested in. They're creating content and being successful based on what people's needs are. And there's no reason why you can't do it too. There's so much opportunity out in the world. You just have to pick one and go all in. Go all in by being consistent and persistent about it every day for 6 months. Too early. What other questions you got for me? Too early again. 385. I need to get that back up above 400. Good eye. I didn't think that curveball was ever going to come back over the plate. Pop out. Anyway, but yeah, that's how you're successful. That's how you can be successful. Identify things that you like to talk about. Another great example, there's a YouTube channel out there where they create content about getting in shape with a jump rope. Their entire channel teaches people how to lose weight by jump roping. How cool is that? There's another channel out there that's dedicated to fishing, teaching people how to fish. If you have a hobby and people need to buy stuff for that hobby, there's an opportunity. So, for example, let's say you have a hobby of fishing. You simply will teach people or talk to people about how to catch bass fish. Then you can recommend different fishing line, fishing lure, fishing poles. You can even recommend the best places to fish in different locations. So let's say you've been to California, New York, and Arizona. I don't know about Arizona, but let's say you've been to those 3 places and you've been to a bunch of different places within those states and found the best fishing spot. So you could create a video about the best bass fishing, best places to catch bass in California. And people that are interested in bass fishing will follow you. Another great example is a few years ago, we were having a patio installed at our house. And I was looking up how to install a concrete patio, and I stumbled across this YouTube channel of this guy who actually lives about 45 minutes from me. His whole account is about his concrete business. He has, I don't know, probably 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. And this is how he makes money. This is one of the ways that he makes money. He makes money with the YouTube Partner Program, so he gets paid by YouTube to create content about his job or his business. He makes money with brand deals and sponsorships, so he'll say, this video is brought to you by, I don't know, a credit card company. That credit card company pays him. He gets more clients because people watch his YouTube channel. And what he can do is he can actually raise his price because people come to him because they see his work. They know the kind of quality he puts out. There's a guy on TikTok who has 1 million subscribers, but he started with 0. He has a whole bunch of subscribers that simply just teaches people about Excel, how to use Excel. I'm out. How to use Excel. Think about that. Boring, old, simple Excel. And he has over 100,000 people on his mailing list. He sells an Excel course for, I think, like $300. If just 10% of the people on his mailing list buy his course at $300, he's making a full-time income from home talking about Excel. And this is something that anybody can do. You can do this. You don't have to be special. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to get started and create content. You name the niche, you name the thing, and there's somebody out there that is creating content about it and being successful, online. If you don't know your niche, if you don't have a niche, start by looking at the products that you've purchased recently. Start by looking at your hobbies, things that you're interested in. Start by looking at your kids' hobbies, things that they're interested in. If you have kids, perfect. Start there. For example, another example. Kids are going to be done with school soon, right? I've got twin 8-year-olds and a 6-year-old. They're going to be done with school. And they're going to be with me for most of the summer. They're going to go to summer camp for 2 days a week. The other 3 days a week, I need to figure out different things that they can do so that they remain engaged, so that they don't sit and watch TV. I've got to come up with different activities. If you are into arts and crafts, you could create TikTok videos or YouTube videos or even Instagram, teaching parents like me, giving them different ideas, arts and crafts ideas to keep your middle schooler engaged or keep your high schooler engaged, which is really interesting. And again, this is all based on stuff that based on problems or challenges that I have or will have. During the pandemic, our kids who were in kindergarten at the time, and I thought this was really interesting. The teacher at the end of the school day, she would go on the internet, she'd go to YouTube, and she would find different videos of people drawing different things, like Batman drawings and Among Us and so on. Those people were making lots of money by teaching other people how to draw. If you know how to draw, that could be an opportunity for you. How to draw Among Us, how to draw. Hey, thanks for the follow over on Instagram. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. How are you? But these are all different ideas. These are all basic things that you could do to be successful, to add a couple $100 to your bank account every single month. Now, is this going to happen overnight? Of course not. This is going to take consistency and persistence. This is why I said you need to be committed every day for, I shouldn't have swung at that, every day for 6 months. And after 6 months, you should start seeing more traffic. You should start seeing more subscribers and more opportunity. That was good. So, what other ideas did I see? Last week, I had to change my mother-in-law's tire. She ran over a nail or something, and her tire was losing a bunch of air. And so I went over there and changed it. What you have to understand is there are literally millions of people out there that don't know how to change a flat tire. And you could simply create content teaching people how to do that. Create a YouTube video teaching people how to change a flat tire. Create a YouTube video teaching people, pop that straight up, teaching people how to change the oil on their car. For example, if you go to YouTube right now and you typed in how to change oil on Mazda CX-9, there are going to be a bunch of videos out there that will show you how to do it. People want to do it themselves. Now, how do you monetize that? You can monetize that with affiliate marketing, the YouTube Partner Program. You could even create a course teaching people how to do basic everyday things with their car. Monetization opportunities. What else is out there? Right now, I'm looking at this giant light. Let's see. Is that going to make it? No. 0 for 4. People want to know the best lighting setup for their content, to create content. You could create content showing them how to get more views. And one of the ways to get more views is to have better lighting, better audio, better sound. What else is out there? What questions do you guys have? Because I'm just kind of like talking right now, but there's so much. Why didn't I swing? Why didn't he swing at that? Oh, it was annoying. Sometimes my guy just decides not to swing. Great, he swung at that one. But yeah, there's so much. There's a ton of opportunity, and it's like right. Ooh, struck out there. Right underneath your nose. And don't worry about saturation. Don't worry about competition, because everything is saturated. Everything is competitive. What's going to make you different is the stories that you tell, your perception of things. And if you tell stories using your knowledge and experience and your skills, that's going to set you apart from everybody else. So again, don't worry about competition. Don't worry about everything being too saturated. Just go out, put your head down, create content, whether it's free or paid. Create content and attract people to you. It's called attraction marketing. Or content marketing, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, whoa. I thought that for sure was going to be a strike, but it was not, so that's a good thing. Let us see here. Oh my goodness. I'm like 0 for my last 6 here. Advanced runner, contact swing, power swing to advanced runner. All right. So this is going to be my last game for this session. I'll start a new session after this one. So right now, like I mentioned, I'm playing MLB. Ooh, that's a tough pitch. Right now I'm playing MLB 24 The Show. You might be wondering, how do you monetize video games? And I think there are lots of opportunities there as well. Ooh, I almost swung at that one. One obviously would be the YouTube Partner Program, so getting paid by YouTube to create content. One way is with affiliate marketing, so recommending the products that I'm using while I'm playing video games, like this headphone, the PlayStation 5, this microphone, anything that I'm using to create the content I can recommend. Another thing you can do is you could create a course teaching people how to get better at this video game. Again, you don't have to be an expert. You just have to be 1 or 2 steps ahead and have something of value that other people would want. I've also seen on the internet that people will pay to coach them. For example, there are people out there that want to play Madden online, but they keep getting beat. And so they'll actually hire somebody to help them get better at Madden. Great. Okay. So there, thanks a lot. Hey, you're welcome. There's so much opportunity out there. You just have to decide which route you want to go and then go all in. The worst thing that you can do is waste time overthinking about, am I doing the right thing? Am I going the right direction? And just go all in for 6 months. Late. And see where you end up. And you can always pivot. So let's say for 6 months you create content about makeup and you don't have an interest in doing it after 6 months, or you don't want to do it anymore. You can pivot to something else. Nice. Finally got a home run here. But yeah, so much opportunity. And what questions you guys have? Over on Instagram, Mr. Lacarte says, thanks a lot, F. If you got questions, let me know. I'd be happy to answer them. Oftentimes people ask me, what's the fastest way to get up and running? I usually say create content on like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Those are usually the fastest way to get up and running. Another question I get all the time is, do you have to show your face? You don't have to show your face, but if you want to build a connection with people, show up on camera, show your face. It's the best way to build the fastest connection because people want to connect with other people. Yes, you will get a bunch of views you can get a bunch of views if you use faceless content. However, there's no connection. It's more transactional. And there's going to be a wall of resistance. People are going to be hard pressed to buy something from a faceless, nameless person. You feel more comfortable if you can see someone's face, and that's a pop out. Awesome. That is annoying. Strikeout, pop out. Power swing to advance the runner. This road trip is not treating me favorably. Just early. What questions do you guys have? Because I would be more than happy to answer your questions than to just ramble on and create something that might not be as helpful. Nice, home run. So yeah. First step, pick a niche. That's just an area where you're going to create content. Step 2 is to identify where you're going to create content. What in the world? Why did he do that? Identify where you're going to create content. You can create content on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. There are literally billions of people at all of these different platforms, And so you just need to pick one and focus on that. Just late. Stretch. Warning track power. Not even warning track power. And so once you identify the platform you're going to create content, again, just pick one. Whoops. Just pick one. You will identify how people are asking questions, because people on YouTube ask questions very differently than people on TikTok. For example, people on TikTok, and I'm going to stop recording on this video and